The revolution may not be televised, but it will be broadcast. Welcome to True Culture, where we stay true to all cultures, especially our own. You are now vibing with the host who loves you the most. I am Wadi. Thanks for tuning in to the Tap In. Today we have a very special guest joining us. I'm super excited to have this brother here. It's such an honor for him to be. I wish I was sitting in front of him right now, across from him in the studio, but it's all good. Sisters and brothers, let's give a warm True Culture welcome to DMV's own singer, songwriter, Tolento Jones. Yes. Great to have you with us today, brother. Man, I had so much great feedback about your music. It's an honor again for you to be here with me today. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I appreciate the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to have this conversation. You know, it's all good.
Dope, man. I'm excited again, man. I can't say it enough how excited I am, bro. I got so many questions for you. Let's get straight into these questions, man. First, I want to start out by asking you, I'm going to get the basics out the way. Where are you from exactly?
I was born in Kilmarnock, Virginia. Well, no, I was born in DC, but I'm originally from Kilmarnock, Virginia. Then we ended up moving to Oxon Hill, the Top of the Hill apartments, probably from until 6 or 7. And then I was raised in Forestville, Maryland. So yeah, DMV area.
Shout out to DMV. DMV stand up, man. DC stand up for sure. It's I wish I was in the studio across from you right now, for real. That's the only thing I'm hating right now, is that we have to do it on Zoom. I can't wait till I get back to the studio so I can, talk to you, feel your energy in the room, man. Give you a couple hugs, because I'm a hugger.
Yeah, I accept it too. I'm not weird, man.
E-hug. Now, brother, how did you? I know you started out as a rapper. How did you transition? How did you, start in the? How did your music career start? Your singing career?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I did some rap and stuff, whatever, but it really started off in church. I was around some really good singers. I always tell people people say they like my voice and I appreciate it, but I think it's more so the tone. I grew up around amazing singers, singers that will blow me under the water type stuff. But I think that was a good blueprint for you know what I'm saying, me writing music, and I think that's really my super strong point. But I can sing, so it comes together. So yeah, definitely has started off in church, being around great singers, being around that energy, that spiritual energy of coming up in a Baptist church. And and I just started writing songs. I wrote a couple songs for you know what I'm saying, the actual church, the church choir. They had little activities where you can actually write the song for the choir. So I think that was the spark that made me feel all right, I could write music.
All the best singers started in church.
Yeah,
man. All the good singers started out in church. So you mind me asking you what church you grew up in?
New Macedonia Baptist Church. Okay. Southeast DC, Alabama.
Dope. Y'all have definitely made a dope product with you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And honestly, I didn't start actually put stuff out probably until a year and a half, 2 years ago. Honestly, my mom's got sick, and I feel that kind of propelled me to be all right, let me just actually try, because I always go write music, but I always I'm very introverted by nature, so I wasn't doing anything, you know what I'm saying, but that kind of happening, I kind of needed some type of outlet for what was going on. And I started actually singing and saying, hey, I sing.
I'm thankful for that, man. I know we all are thankful for that. I'm sorry to hear about your mother, but I'm very thankful and grateful to know that you turned that into a positive.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I wish that everybody could take life experiences that we go through that hurt us, or put us in, you know, a time that can be depressing or anything. I just hope we all can take it and turn it into something positive, transform it. So I'm glad to hear you did that, brother. Do you write all your music, or do you have writers that you work with?
Nah, I write all my music, man. All my music comes from like a real place. Like, you know, as a person that's dealt with, you know, certain emotional stages in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever I'm feeling. Like I remember we used to have a conversation with one of the homies. She's like, "Why don't you write a song like this all the time?" And it's like, I can't. I literally got to go off of how I feel. That
I'm so happy to hear that, man. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
I was hoping you was gonna say that, because a lot of times when I first heard your music, I instantly fell in love with your music, man. And that don't happen a lot. It doesn't. You're welcome. It doesn't happen a lot. And I instantly asked myself, I wonder if he writes his music, because I felt it. And I think that's what separates, you know, a lot of the old school music was so good because those people were actually writing. They felt that music through. And then when they delivered it to you, it came from a real place, like what you just said. So, you know, I really love that element in your music. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I grew up Ozzy Brothers, Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye, and you know what I'm saying, I listen to new stuff too. But you're right. Like as far as like the feeling, like
yes, the energy behind it, man.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like one of the dudes like, yeah, dude, new music ain't good. Oh, because I like everything.
Yeah, new music is good. Yeah,
yeah, but
not all of it, but.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but people don't talk about, like, you know, the old music had some duds too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. A couple. It was a couple duds though. Like, you know, the duds that kind of like were a given. But nowadays, it's so many duds, because I think everybody's trying to be somebody else that they saw that's hot. Like they're trying to imitate people, and I think that's what separates you apart as well. Is that you are being yourself. You are being Tolento Jones.
Yeah, I don't know no other way to do it, man. Because it's like, I ain't gonna say I never. Well, no, let me not say that. Everybody went through a period where they tried to sound like somebody, and I feel like that's how you kind of find yourself, or you can just stay that way. And then, but I didn't want to do that. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had my periods where like I feel like a lot of my stuff sounded like the Dream or something.
The Dream, though.
Yeah, wow. That's funny. If I show you some old stuff, you be like, "I don't even like." Yeah, nah. But
nah,
you know,
I kind of get that. Now that you're saying the Dream, I kind of get. I see that. I feel that.
That was my favorite singer at one point. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, eventually you do something so much, you know, you gotta find your personality, and then that's how it is. Like I can listen to somebody all day. People be like, "Man, don't listen to people because you gonna sound like somebody." But I feel like I'm myself so much. I might get influenced, but to me, influence and like directly copying somebody is two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But as far as new music, I do feel you on that. Like it's a lot of repetitiveness. The people that are great, the people that are greater with it, like Future is amazing at what he does. But when
he's a pioneer, like Future's a pioneer in the game. You know what I mean? But go ahead, I don't want to cut you off.
No, you good. But if you know you have a whole bunch of other little Futures, like that's the part where it's like, all right, you know, what are you doing?
It's no longer fun when it gets to that point. You know, it's like I just want Future, you know, and that's I love when you can infuse, because to me, you respect the craft when you do that. You can't be a part of R&B music, soul music, and not respect people like Isley Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Groups like Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire. And if you grew up and you say you love soul music, love R&B music, and you don't recognize those, that's like LeBron saying he don't know who Wilt Chamberlain is, and he doesn't respect. He has no respect for him. Like it's certain people that you have to respect if you truly say that you're connected to a certain craft. So to hear you, that is also refreshing. You know what I mean? I know your favorite's Marvin, but
man. Yeah. That's the reason why.
Tell us about your connection to Marvin Gaye. Go ahead.
Well, it's a lot of connections. Like, you know, the fact that we both grew up in church, both, I guess, secular or whatever. And like, I think secular music, you know, all that. But I think the dope part about my favorite part about Marvin Gaye was, to me, he was like an artist to the T. Like Like, remember when I was talking about, like, you know, I can only sing how I feel. I feel like he was definitely that person. And, you know, people, especially in the 80s, I feel like, you know, they would have like a lot of like criticism for that. Like, oh, you singing church music, then you singing about sex. But it's like literally like those are two, you can feel like close to God one day and then, you know, feel sexy one day, or feel like you want to talk about the world one day, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because people are human. And, you know, and another thing Marvin Gaye was dope to me that I try to do is be completely honest. Like, I don't, I'm not gonna not, I'm not gonna hold back on anything when I put it in a song, even if it might, you know, make people be like, oh, he did that, or, you know, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna do that because I'm human. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I guarantee that's why Juice and Screw Interlude turned out to be such an amazing track, man. Cause you say I'm gonna follow my spirit, and I ain't gonna listen to nobody. And that joint bang, man. Are you a fan of DJ Screw?
Oh yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna act like I know the whole history, but I just grew up on Chopped and Screwed. Right. I like right. So I definitely acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, like how great that genre is. So yeah, we were just in the studio. That song was actually an original song. Like it has like the regular like cadence, the regular whatever, and I was like, I told my engineer, Captain CMoore, shout out Captain CMoore, you know what I'm saying? That's in the land.
Hold on, you talk about Raheem Devaughn, Captain CMoore? You talking about what Captain CMoore are you talking about? You talking about the producer, the engineer?
The engineer. I don't know if he's worked with him before. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
Wouldn't be surprised. But
shout out Captain CMoore. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's my engineer. Homie, friend, all that. But yeah, so I was like, yo, what if we speed this up? I mean, not speed it up, slow it down, like awesome, like chop the screws type stuff. And, you know, he was like, man, you sure? And I was like, man, I hear that. And then he did it. And, you know, CMoore the type of person where it's like, he gonna try it. If it's some bullshit, he gonna tell you that. But if it's dope, he's so into the music where if he think it's dope, he gonna rock with it and try his best to make it come out the way it's supposed to. And that was just one of them experiences.
Man, he put his foot in that joint. I was like, as soon as I heard it, I'm like, I have to ask him who chopped and screwed this joint for him. I mean, that shit was perfect.
Yeah, CMoore, definitely.
Even the way he paused the beat at the end and then came back in with the beat, I was like, man, I love the way he chopped and screwed that one for sure.
Yeah. We make great music, man. Great music.
I love that. I was like, that was paying homage. You know, I'm just gonna recognize that you pay homage to DJ Screw when you did that, man. He's amazing. I mean, he's a pioneer. You know, he's a legend. And he was definitely taken away from us too soon. And that sound is just amazing. I know. That's the only thing about that codeine, man. That codeine, screw juice. It's like screw juice, juice and screw. I love how you flip that.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Screw juice is, you know, the promethazine mixed with the, you know, the whatever you mix it with. That's the screw juice. So I love how you kind of, you know, juice and screw. I dig
that. That's dope. That's dope. You peep that. That's what's up.
Man, was that your intent? Was that your intent? Because sometimes things just happen on accident. You know, the universe just put it together. You can't even take credit, but
it's a little bit of both. I mean, it's my intention, but you know, I'm not like this super duper like, oh man, technical guy. Like I really go off feeling. So yeah, that's the reason why it came out like that. Yeah.
Dope. Yeah. Now, I have noticed over the last some months that everything is a drug is offline.
Oh yeah.
Please tell me, bring it down my spirits, but let's lift me back up and tell me you're gonna drop that again or something.
Oh yeah. It ended up, you know, you do the TuneCore thing, and it ended up coming to the point where you're supposed to renew it. I was thinking, I was like, yeah, why don't I just, since I got some new songs, and I think it kind of fits and everything, I just put out a deluxe version. Like, you know, when things open back up. So yeah, that's a special project. That literally that project talked about a lot.
That project is like therapy, bro. Seriously, I don't know if you know that or not, but that project is like, your music is like therapy on a few levels.
Seriously, I appreciate that.
Because you talk about sex, but you talk about it in a way that's like you connected with love. I hate how we like sex is only a physical thing. It's not a feeling behind it. And that's like the era we live in today. We like everything is so sex driven and surface materialistic. And you talk about those things, but you get deeper, man. You talk about getting married on some joint. Like, let's just get, even it's the Sweet Love, the new joint you just dropped.
Yeah.
You know, it's sexual, it's sensual, but you talk about real love in that joint too.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, it's not just sex. Like it's deeper than that sometimes, you know. And you don't know why somebody does things that they do, you know. So it's like, of course, two people are doing this, but you don't know when. Not even you don't know, because most people do know why they do the things they do, but they're so consumed with, you know, just kind of running from their thoughts, running from their emotions, blah blah blah. So it's like, you know, like I like to talk about why people do the thing they do, not just it going down. Like, you know, yeah, we're doing this, but am I doing this because I'm trying to fill a void because I have this fear of being by myself? So I just feel like I need the companionship of somebody else. Or am I doing this or am I doing this because, like, you know, something that happened in my past that I like, you know, I like to talk about it, and we can even, you know, talk about the act, but I'm also going to mention on why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's usually not just because of sex, you know.
Right. Why? Yeah. That 3-letter word is super important, people. Why? Always ask why. What is the feeling and emotion behind this? Why did it actually happen? What are you really feeling? You know, I think another thing we've learned as we've grown up is why ask why. I say why not ask why, you know. So I'm glad you're asking that question, because then you get that thought, that ball rolling in your mind to really truly get to results and truly get to love in a place where you can come together, man. So you talk about depression too, though. You talk about all types of life experiences. Now I want to ask you, you already told me that you write your music, so I know that these experiences came from a true place. Is there anything that you want to touch on that you talked about in your music that you feel like you maybe want to expound on right here in this interview? Because you might feel like it might help somebody out, just learning a little bit of what you learned that you didn't know then, but you know now. A little advice if you can give it, you know?
Yeah, I got this joint on my on the project. It's called Uncle Marvin, and I talked about you know, drug abuse and you know, I even got a line on there. It's like, now your mama on the phone saying, "Girl, I think this nigga on that book sugar." Like my
book sugar,
my
that's old school right there.
yeah, definitely. Parliament, all that other shit. But yeah, so basically, I struggle with, you know, with that, and you know, and you know, you know, my mom did come up to me and was like, "Yo, like, what's going on? Like, talk to me." Like, you know what I'm saying? And luckily, I beat that. I think I'm probably going on like 3 years since I've done that. You know,
that's my number. I love number 3. Perfect. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, but I would say the best way to beat that is just to know that, you know, you're not that, man. And like I said, the word of the day is why. Why are you doing the things you're doing? It ain't that. It ain't that bottle, or it's not that drug, or it's not that whatever, like that has this huge hold on you where it's like, whenever I do this, it's this, and it's whatever. We psych our minds to think that. Don't get it twisted. Substance abuse is real. Drug abuse is real. Depression is real. But it all stems from what's going on in here.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to fix it unless you fix what's going on in here, which is hard. Like changing yourself. I'm still in the process. Please don't think I'm perfect at all.
Right.
But what I try to tell myself is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way you can change something. Is if you change how you are. Like, and I feel like changing yourself is probably the hardest thing on this planet to do, because it takes total accountability, consistency, the ability to deal with your fuck ups, because you're going to fuck up in some type of way. You ain't got necessarily fuck up in doing that thing again, but it's gonna be some type of way that could trigger blah blah blah, and it's just self accountability. So that's what I would say. If anybody has a problem with that, just try your best to be accountable, but don't be self destructive, and just work on yourself every day.
Right. Really tap in, man. Much respect, much love for that, brother, for real.
Yeah.
You know, you and only you can do it. So I'm glad that you know that, man. It's literally a mindset, man. A growth, positive growth, because you can grow, but that don't mean you growing in a positive way. So positive growth is hard, man.
Yeah, everybody grows, but you can grow down too.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? And I was having a conversation with my homie. I was like, man, like everybody always talk about like growing apart. Like, oh man, I outgrew. It's like, it's to me, it's about humility. It's like, yeah, you can grow apart from somebody, you can outgrow somebody, but you could be outgrown too. And how are you gonna react to that? Are you gonna self-evaluate and be like, oh, hey, maybe it's some stuff I need to change up. Like somebody their growth can't be stunted if I don't keep up with who I am and who I need to try to be and all the other stuff. So, I think like I said, self-accountability is key to I feel like everything. Yeah.
Man, I wish I had a buzzer for like this huge like sound bite or something when you said the word humility, man. Word of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I say that word so much, man. Reciprocation as well. We gotta be human and we have to reciprocate love, man. Try to transform negative energy. So I'm just happy, man. Seems like your life story is all about, positive growth. At least over the last, I would say 4 to 5 years, like it's been all about positive growth and being a humble individual and just sticking, sculpting and nurturing your craft.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like I accidentally sculpted my craft when I was younger, because now it's like I mean, I ain't gonna act like I sit here and write every day. Like I really just go off of how I feel. But I think when I was younger, I used to do that a lot. Like I didn't even know I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think, when it comes to writers and stuff like that, like, I mean, don't get it twisted. The craft, you should work in your craft every day, blah, blah, blah. But part of your craft is living. It's part of your craft.
Experience, right? You're right.
You're
right.
So if you haven't written that much and then you write some shit and it's some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? You know that. You know what I'm saying? But I've written a lot.
Some people don't know it, man. I be questioning I'm like, why don't you know that this is not? But everybody, trying to stay positive with people, but you have to be honest with it. But being honest is the hardest thing because people don't accept honesty.
Yeah.
People want people to be honest, but when people are honest, they like attack them because sometimes, most of the time, people are being honest. They're not saying something that you really want to hear.
Yeah, of course.
They're telling you the truth. They're not telling you something you want to hear. They're telling you something you need to hear. So
yeah, it's like 80% of the time it's not gonna feel good.
But embrace it.
Yeah, and like I said, just be honest with yourself. Like I promise to you, I wouldn't put nothing out that I feel like was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've definitely written it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody had. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and that's nothing. I can tell you that, man, if I showed you some of my old joints, man, it's ridiculous. So yeah, like, you just gotta know yourself and be honest. Be honest with yourself. Like you can lie to the world, man, but you can't. I don't even see how you can lie to yourself.
People do it every day though, but I can't lie to you. People get mad, boy. They be wanting you to lie to them like they lie to themselves, and it's like I can't. Man, look, I hate me, man. I can't lie to you. You'll love me one day once you realize that I've been being 100 this whole time. So I'm glad you are actually making it easier on your friends and family by not lying to yourself first from the get-go. You know what I mean? Yeah, are you in love, Tolento? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You love deeply, but you're not in love right in this moment.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's dope. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Right upstairs. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
It's just you know, I feel like there's some deep evaluation I need to do for myself. Like, because at one point I would have easily been able to say yes or no, but like we talk about that whole accountability thing. It's like I have been doing the stuff like the work, like therapy every week, blah blah blah, and it's like I want to know. Like I feel like I'm finally getting to the point where I could say that about myself, like as far as like self love. So it's like for me to say that I have been or I am, I don't know. Like
Mm-hmm.
like and I feel guilty about saying that because certain
It's honest
circumstances.
though, man. It's honest. I love your honesty, man.
Yeah, but yeah. But I feel like I'm doing the work to know that one day.
Much love. Shout out to all my beautiful Black men in therapy, man.
Yeah.
Everybody needs some therapy. Yeah, we've all been through it. We all traumatized, PTSD, sky high. Everybody get to some therapy, man. Well, actually, we should start being better friends too. So I was just actually talking to somebody I care about deeply recently about just giving them their love and respect, and they were giving me mine, and it's like, God damn, like all these therapists out here making hella money off of people just really not having real friends anymore,
Right.
real family to talk to. It's like the conversations that you have with a therapist. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate all my therapists, the ones that are good, the ones that actually care, is getting rich off actually healing people. I love y'all. Y'all keep doing your thing. This is not a shot to therapy at all, but the point I'm making is I think we should be better human beings, like that humility word you were talking about. Be humble human beings and be there for one another and really come from a neutral place when we listen to people's stories too, man. And just be open to that, man. So I'm glad you're in therapy, and I'm hoping that you're surrounded by love at all times, because you are definitely on your path of healing and you focused.
Yeah, definitely, and definitely. As far as like that ego thing, when you hit on the friends thing, that definitely had me thinking, because it's like, I feel like a therapist. If you notice anybody's been in therapy, you notice like they don't necessarily tell you like what you're doing wrong or what. I mean, sometimes they do, but it's like it's not a how should I say this?
Attack.
It's not. Yeah,
it's not an
it's
attack.
Not, yeah, like it's not an attack. It's not like oh, you should do this or you should do that. If you notice, most therapists, they talk to you in a way where it's not even, sometimes they even talk, they like asking you questions for you to come up with the answer, for you to be like, oh shit. And I feel like a lot of friends, even though a lot of them mean well, it's just it's like you said, PTSD is a generational thing where it's like that's how they were talked to. But I think if we start the process of like when we talk to each other, like to ask questions, but like questions that will lead you to the answer, and being like intentional and thoughtful when your friends are coming to you about your problem, then yeah, I feel like that would help a lot when you talk about like being a better friend,
Real
that type of
talk.
thing.
Real talk. I love how open, honest, and vulnerable you seem to be, man.
Yeah.
And I want to say you are.
Yeah,
but I say seem to be a lot, because you try to
never
fill
know.
people out and you never know.
You
But
never
I
know.
love how
know.
I love the words you're saying, the energy you're giving, man. I feel good when someone with your energy says they have kids. I know having kids, especially nowadays, it's a job and a half. You know what I mean? So, but I really like the fact that children can come up under somebody who's actually intentional and conscious of their ways, and on a path of growth. It's good for kids to see that, man. It's good for kids to see positive change, and that their parent is actually focused on tapping into the mirror.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I'm trying to tell you, like, even when I was like deep into my like doing the bullshit stuff, like I've always been intentional. I've always known that what I was doing. Like, like, it's never been one time where I even picked up anything and wasn't like, I know I should not be doing this bullshit, or I know I should be doing this. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, man, it's just a self-awareness that like I feel like it could be a gift and a curse, because sometimes I feel like the most self-destructive people on the planet know exactly what they're doing. So that's the reason why I say it's a gift and a curse. It can be a good thing if you love yourself, and it can be a bad, and it can be a terrible thing if you don't love yourself. There ain't nothing worse than destructing yourself and you know you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of power we possess, man. We can do good or we can do bad with it. Do good with your power.
Yeah.
Speaking of a lot of powers, man, you put a lot of power behind Backpage, man. What was the inspiration? What was the inspiration behind Backpage, man? You got to talk to us about the song and then fill us in on the video.
Man, I wrote that probably like 2 years ago. Basically, honestly, I was on Backpage. Like it's really simple. It's not like this. Like I was just on there, and I was struggling with the possibility of actually buying something. Something a lot of people do.
A lot of people do
it. They don't talk about it now. I've never actually went through with that, and I promise you, I would just tell you.
I feel like you would. So I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel like it's something that should be legal. I don't think, I think people should make free choices. That obviously the human trafficking thing, like that's fucking crazy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that, the human exchange, like whatever. If it's no if it's no foul business or whatever, then people should be able to do what they want to do. But yeah, I was just looking at it, just and I don't know, for some reason it clicked in my head, like, it's your eyes, babe, it's your thighs, girl, it makes me love you more than I should. And I just went with it, man.
Yeah. What made you put the visual behind it? Because I'm gonna be real, that song, you didn't have to put the visual behind it too. Like you didn't have to like let people know that this is what was happening. This is what I was thinking about when I was creating this song. So I was going to ask you what inspired the concept of the video, but now I know that the whole song was inspired by that, by the actual, the Backpage experience that you had. So why? What made you be so honest and like just put out the full truth of the song and put it in the damn video, man? That was so dope. A lot of people's fantasies of that too, like having sex with like with the Uber driver or in the Uber, so.
Yeah, and that's crazy that you said that. Like that's a lot of people's favorite songs that I hear. I get a lot of feedback. I think when I think of, and that's another thing too. Like I told CMoore that, man. Like my goal is to, like, even if I go to the studio one time in that month, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I want to make sure that I make a song where it's like if the right person hears it can become something. And like that's genuinely what I was going for when I made that song. Like I wanted to make something that is something that it could catch. You know what I'm saying? So like that's all that was. As far as the video, yeah, the song is about that. The video, it was me and my man Miguel, and we just put our heads together, and my man Abstract, the dude that shot the video, and we put our heads together. We was like, yo, Uber. It wasn't really like a complicated thing. I like talking about just like what can happen in life. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happens. So yeah, so we just put it together and it came out dope. That's actually my favorite video. So, yeah.
Man, simple concept but powerful message. I know it was sexual. It's a sexual message, but still, it was still a powerful message. It was dope, man. It was dope. Yeah. For sure. Now, have you received any pushback on your decisions when it comes to being a singer and being in the music industry and just being in this, taking that, deciding to have this be your career? Has anybody pushed back on that? Your family, friends, anybody close to you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, even to this day, like it's and it's this quote that Charlemagne the God said. He was like, yo, you can do whatever you want to do You know what I'm saying? But you got to know that, you can follow your dream, but just know you got to deal with your reality first. Like, I'm not this guy that's and I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the love for music. I'm not this guy that's like in studios with Diddy or something. I'm like everybody else. I'm just trying. I just know that I have a talent, and I want to eventually be one of those guys. So I gotta do that whatever, like everybody else. So it's like so of course you deal with that. Of course you deal with maybe you should be doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? You deal with that, but I mean, so it is what it is. Like, you got to know what's coming with what you're trying to do. Because let's be real, most people don't make it. A lot of people make it, but
a lot of people don't.
A
whole lot of people don't.
Yeah. So and I think that's, you just got to be honest with yourself on, you know what I'm saying, like what you're good at and what you have a gift at, and then just do it. So yeah.
How do you screen that though? Like, how do you decide? Okay, I'm gonna take that advice right there. That sounds like something I can go with. But that over there, that's craziness. I ain't gonna,
Self-awareness. Self-awareness. I promise to you, if I thought I sucked, I would not be singing. I promise to you, man. Like, I appreciate the love for the music, man, but I'm trying to tell you, with the resources and opportunity, my musical mind could go out of place.
All the way.
Yeah. So yeah, eventually. But right now, I'm just doing that. Just doing music.
And you're talented when you are being compared to like people who are on that level. Like, the only people I really can't compare you, but if I had to, I couldn't do it with one person. I would have to combine people. I would have to put like it'll be like Ro James mixed with Raheem Devaughn mixed with like
Raheem actually reached out.
I want to say Marvin. Really? Tell us about Raheem, man, reaching out to you.
Yeah, I think that was right after the Backpage joint. He was just like, yo, like, and I was so excited. I said, man, let me repost, tell everybody. He was like, yo, young brother, chill.
Chill out, bro. I just want to give you this real talk, man. Oh, this ain't for the social media, man.
I got so excited, man. But nah, he wasn't that crazy. He was just like, yo, I see you, like, you really talented. Like, keep doing that. So that was dope,
man. Shout out to Raheem, man, the love king, man. Much love to Raheem Devaughn for that. We need more people like that, just to give you that inspiration, let you know you got it, man. Because you definitely got it. Definitely got it.
I appreciate that. So, like, but those people I love, man. Like, Ro James is a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? Like his voice is crazy to me. Marvin Gaye, of course. So I mean, when I first started, when people kept saying Raheem, I'm like, man, I used to be like, I'm me, all that stuff. But
it's a compliment, though.
I agree.
That's really a compliment.
I totally agree, because at first it was like, I don't get it, but now I get it. It's basically they're saying like, you're if I put you on the playlist, it's gonna flow. Yep. And that's a compliment, because those are all great artists. I think Raheem Devaughn is an amazing singer.
Man, one of my favorites, man. I remember those U Street days, man. Oh my, those U Street nights when they used to. Oh man. Anyway, but yeah, Raheem been grinding for years, man. And he's super talented. You actually is your real name Tolento Jones?
Nah, man.
Okay.
My
you better watch out. They're targeting. Wow.
And my real name is Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore. But basically I didn't like Tolento Moore, so I just thought of a cool name.
Jones.
So I was just like, Jones, let's put them two together.
Ooh. So one of my favorite songs is Me and Mrs. Jones by Billy Paul.
Oh yeah,
that's perfect, man. Tolento Jones. Do you have any Italian in your ancestry?
Not that I know of. Okay. we all a little something if you go back.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Okay. That's a perfect name for you, though, man. For you to be as talented as you are. This is why I love the universe, because things come together and they align perfectly. And for your father to have that middle name, and now his son is as talented as you are, and now you've taken that name and made it your own. That name is actually an Italian name. I can't remember the exact definition for it, but I know for sure it means talented. It means real talk. Like it's perfectly, man. It's a perfect name for you, man.
I would have never known that. That's crazy.
Yeah, look into that for sure, man. And it means more than that. Man. It's more than that. It's certain names, certain words I know because I've heard them before. And you know how you hear something like, what is that name? It has a real meaning behind it. And I had to refresh my memory on it. Even now, still kind of don't remember the exact term, but I mean the definition. But it definitely means shining your light down on people, and it means you're talented as hell. So that's a perfect name for you, man.
Hey, I appreciate that. That's great. I would have never known that. Like I said, it's all feeling. I'm not, like I said, I sometimes I wish I was like that, but like nah, I'm a feeling that. Like most of the songs I've ever written was like little freestyles. I might feel stuff in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like a technical guy. I really just go off of how I feel.
You fill it out. So would you say that most of your music you write it, but kind of you don't write it because you freestyle most of it, and then later on you put it together? And you like kind of like Jay-Z maybe, where you put it together in a song later, or you come into the studio remembering something you already wrote and you're freestyling it when you get there?
Well, like I said, baby is the introverted thing. Like I don't necessarily. Well, it's been a couple times where I freestyle in the studio, but most of the time I'll freestyle like at the crib.
Okay.
And then whatever if I like it, the melody is always the best part to me. Like if you
your melodies,
and the melody should usually be your first try. After if I gotta try more than one time with a melody, I'm not doing it. So I do that, and then whatever I go with right there, that's what I'll finish out in the studio. So I don't want to act like I'm Jay-Z where it's perfect the first time. Like it ain't that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I would say I freestyle it probably like 60% of that song would be finished. Like after that freestyle. And then I'll go to the studio and then I'll just fill it in as I go.
That's amazing. That's how you know you talented.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
You're welcome. Man. You're welcome. Tell us about Fan. That's one of my favorites. Tell us about how you came up, the inspiration, all that with the song Fan. Fuck ass niggas.
Fuck ass niggas, yeah. I'm gonna send you that joint too, because I know it's not on.
Man, you are picking my spirits up today, brother. Man, yes.
Yeah, but fuck ass niggas. Honestly, it was I was on the phone with this dude. I ain't gonna say no names, but I was on the phone with this dude, and a friend that I've known for years, and he was just trying to remind me of like how I used to live and all that stuff. And it was just like annoying because it was like, yo, bro, like I don't do that anymore. Like, and I wouldn't remind him. I'm like, yo, like I don't. This is like I'm good now, bro. Like it's been a while. He's like, yeah, but remember you was still on that. And I was like, yo. So I ended up getting off the phone with him, and I was just like, yo, like I really. Like I was just pissed, like, and I haven't even talked to him since. Like that's how pissed I was. I'm like, son, like, why is your mind so negative?
Right.
So I ended up. It was this beat that I kept playing, but I never wrote anything to it. And then it came right there. So that same day, I hollered at CMoore, and he'll tell you the story because I called him like then. I'm like, man. He's like, man, will you try and change? To give me that motivational speak, whatever. I wrote that song and recorded that day. And that's all it was.
Man, shout out again to Captain CMoore.
Yeah, amazing, amazing.
Man, you left a negative situation with all that negative energy. And look how y'all transformed. And you hopped on the phone with Captain CMoore. And what y'all do? Y'all transform that negative into a positive.
Yeah, man. That's all it was. It was just baffling me. I'm like, son, like, why? It's like he can't help it. And he don't even know that he's doing it. It's like it's like people are programmed.
People project.
Like
we project too. We're very programmed, but we project. So whatever I always say, you can only see people as deeply as you see yourself. So, people are always going to project, because he's still doing it and he was doing it. He feels like he wants to project that on you. But so shout out to your growth, man. We got to start giving people the space and opportunity to grow. People stop holding people to who they were 5 years ago. To even yesterday. Like, honestly, I'm better than I was yesterday. That's how it should be.
I feel like the best friends and the best people. I got a homie like that, my man Will. It's like, because I've known him for years. He's seen me when I was doing all that bullshit.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And he never judged me. Like, I could be like, yeah, this is my last time. He wouldn't be like, oh nah, nigga, remember when you said that? He'd be like, all right, man, let's do it. Like that type of thing. Like, them type of people should be like cherished for it, because it's like, people, change, like I said, change isn't like this straight line. It's
right.
a lot,
and ridiculous. The road to success.
And anybody that's tried to change something about themselves, they know that. So it's like, you gotta let people grow, or for real get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something that's super detrimental to you, which I totally understand in the process of somebody changing. If it's nothing like that, you can't hold people to old standards if they try to change, So,
right. Right. Embrace change on every level from everyone, especially if they're trying to grow upwards, and not trying to backpedal,
Yeah.
Yeah. So what other producers? I know you mentioned Captain CMoore. What other producers, engineers are you working with on this project?
Well, engineers,
or have you worked with?
Yeah, engineers, I refuse to work with nobody else. But producers, honestly, it's a lot of people like online for real. Like it ain't not like that is my next endeavor. Like, but of course you get to that level once, you become who you need to become. But I would love to like start something from scratch. Like these songs that I'm making is literally like basically YouTube beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. So
it's a lot of dope beats on YouTube though.
Oh yeah. You gotta have a good ear. You gotta have a good ear. Definitely gotta have a good ear. But yeah, so I got a few people I work with that, to just hook me up. His name Lucas Quinn, dope producer. And he sent me stuff, whatever, and a lot of my new stuff came from him. So it's just a lot to name for real. Like I said, for the most part, they're YouTube beats. But yeah, I would say Lucas Quinn is dope. And yeah, CMoore. And that's it for right now. But I definitely look forward to working with any producers that fit what I do.
So writing and engineering is strictly you for the writing, and engineering is strictly Captain CMoore. And you work with various producers.
Yeah.
Dope, man. I would like to think I have a good ear, man. I'll admit that not admit, but I'll inform you guys that back in, I would think 2011, I can't recall the exact year, but when Ro James was singing Indiana Jones and everybody was telling me I was crazy for liking his music, or I don't know about that sound. I don't know. I'm like, what? You don't hear this tone? You don't hear this? It's this rhythm. You don't feel this energy from this music? How do you, man? As soon as Permission came out, about 4-5 years after that, everybody hopped on them. So I'm telling y'all this to say, Tolento got it. Don't wait 4-5 years. Don't even wait till next year, man. Listen now to his music. Tap into him now, because this brother has got it. Not only that, anybody that's in the DMV area who's from here, we have to start supporting our own, truly. And if we started supporting our own the way we supposed to, brother would have at least 100,000 streams every daggone day, man. Let's get them streams up. Listen to every song 5 times a day like I do.
Hey, dang, I appreciate that. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna send you fat, and I'm gonna put up Everything's a Drug again soon. Yeah, that was that was a biography project. So I told myself after that I was just gonna make music. But yeah, I'm gonna put that back up for you. So
have you planned to roll out for that jump, man? I appreciate it. Please put that back. I can't wait. Now, when are you dropping it? And have you planned a rollout for it?
No, I haven't planned a rollout. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, these are the type of things I'm working on. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like man, yeah, these are the type of things I'm working on now, man. Like, but yeah, As far as the project, it'll definitely be out no time. Probably sometime, but definitely not. Definitely before fall. Definitely before fall.
Before fall. Okay. Yeah, don't make us no promises you can't keep, but give us, let us know it's coming soon sometime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the reason why I had to think about that. I was like, man, I ain't want because I ain't want to say next month and be like, yeah, I don't know.
Right. You know how fans are. They be like, that man told us next month, man, get Tolento, man. But your music good. They'll wait on it. We'll all wait on it, man. Those dope ass nostalgic vibes you giving, man.
Yeah, because I mean, by then, I'll have enough songs for probably like two more projects. So it's like for me to put out, that it's like I kind of really, I feel like the first time I put that project out, to be honest with you, I was just so excited that I made something that I just put it out.
You just dropped it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? But the people who truly tap in, they was excited. We was excited, but we want the world to experience you,
Yeah, so like when you say rollout, I mean, look, we can get off here. We can talk about that, between me and you, because, like I said, I just make music, man. Like I'll, and when I do get reactions, especially certain reactions like this, it's crazy. Like I can't even really think of many words to say, because it's appreciated, because like you said, I'm pretty sure most artists can relate to this sometimes, like especially when you're not like mainstream or whatever it is. It's like, sometimes you forget that people are listening and people are looking, So yeah, I appreciate that, for real.
Man, I just want to give you your flowers, man. We got to make sure we do that. Life's too short, I might not be here tomorrow, so I want to make sure if I ain't here tomorrow, today how I fuck with you and your music, man. I got a lot. People that I'm this tied to, and I feel like you are not only a dope artist, but inside you got it as well. I pray for you. Like I pray for everybody, but I put extra words behind some people because I just can't wait to see them be where they supposed to be at, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's been a dope interview too, so you know what I'm saying.
Thank you. Now I want to ask you. My bad. It's a slight delay on my end, so I apologize if I have been cutting you off at all during this last couple minutes. I've been experiencing a little delay. But what were you just saying, Tolento?
Yeah, no, I pray whatever endeavors that you had, as far as like, I mean, I don't know if you want to be the interview God, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you.
Whatever. I pray, you get where you need to get to.
Appreciate that, man, for real. And now, do you have any artists that you want to work with in the future?
Dang, that's a good question. I would love to work with Childish Gambino.
Ooh, good one.
I would love to work with Frank Ocean. I think that would be dope. I think that might actually come out pretty dope.
Frank Ocean and you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna manifest that in my own life. I'm gonna be thinking about you and Frank Ocean, and we're gonna both manifest that, man. Let's everybody who's watching, let's manifest this in Tolento's life, man. Frank Ocean and Tolento Jones, let's get it.
Yeah, that'd be dope. This is a producer. I know you heard of Calvin Harris. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he is dope. He's dope.
Yeah, I like him a lot. So, I mean, but and definitely Anderson .Paak, definitely. But other than that, like, I feel like I'm down to work with if we can make good music, man. I'm down to work with anybody. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Have you ever done like a duet with the female artist or work with any female artists?
No.
Not yet.
Nah, not yet. But I'm looking forward to that. That'll be dope. Like on some old school Tammy Terrell and
man. When I tell you it's the artist named Maya Lene.
You said who?
An artist named Maya Lene.
Maya Lene.
Yeah, Maya Lene, man. I think y'all would be, and this is like I said, this is my opinion. People don't beat me up in my DMs or whatever else how y'all be going, but I really think that y'all would sound good on the record together, man. I love y'all tones. The way I don't know, man. Check her out, man. Tell me how you feel. Give me your feedback. But y'all are two dope artists, and you both write your own music, and your voices and your tones and like your riffs and your cadences, I think would just be perfect there. Plus, I'm a huge fan of both of you guys. So of course I would want to hear you guys on the track together. So check her out when you get a chance to, man. Let me know how you feel about it.
Yeah, Maya Lene. Yeah,
Maya Lene. MYIAH I believe. You know, I'm bad with names. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get better with names. I'm tired of saying I'm bad with names. I need to just get better with names. I never forget a face though. But we gonna manifest Maya Lene first.
Yeah.
Then we gonna manifest Anderson .Paak and Calvin Harris and everybody else. And Raheem, we need you too, brother. Come on. I appreciate the love, but you got to get on the track, man. Can you imagine both of y'all on the track together?
Yeah, man.
Sam Cooke and Marvin Gaye, man.
If it sounds good, man, I'm down. I'm down with it. Always,
that's dope. Always. That's dope, man. Well, I appreciate you for being with us, for being here with us today, brother. It's been an awesome interview. I want to ask you this last question before we get out of here, though. What do you ultimately want to accomplish with your music?
I want to definitely be able to be a source of generational wealth, like as far as like, you know, like my family, like to be able to change the trajectory of how like my family is going to be going, A, and then B, man, honestly, I think my goals would change like as I accomplish them. But right now, I think the true meaning of success is to do what you love to do and be able to make a substantial living from it. So as of right now, yeah, that's you know, later on we can get to the Grammys, we get to the number one songs, and like I said, I think the dope part about the shit in my head, man, like I really do think I'm capable of a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like right now, I kind of have to just focus on, you know, getting there. So it's like, yeah. So I would say, as of right now, it would be definitely to be able to make a living doing what I love to do, and a substantial living that will lead to other opportunities. You know, that type of thing.
Right. Be a source. I like that's the word of the day too, man. Source. People always talk about the plug, man. You can't forget about the source though.
But I do want a Grammy. I do want a Grammy. Definitely want that.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Well, tell us anything else you want to tell us about your projects, any upcoming events, any upcoming drops, or anything you want us to know.
I just put out this little ballad called "Sweet Love."
Sweet Love. Man, that joint. Woo! Man, you about to have me go sing to my girl, man. Never thought we made it this far, baby. Huh, man?
Yeah, I put that out probably like 2 days ago. As far as projects, man, knowing how I am, man, like, I'm trying to stop that, the whole dropping thing. So, like I said, I definitely got enough music for a couple projects. Basically saying I have a couple projects, but like you said, the rollout, trying to figure out how to get it to certain people, like those type of things, those are the type of kicks that I'm trying to figure out now, especially with quarantine. But the good thing about it is everything's opening back up.
Yeah,
so I did my first show, like it was like probably like last week in like the last 4 or 5 months, which was dope. So, you know, just getting back outside, trying to get the music out here, and then we'll be dropping projects. So I see great artists, and like, you know, you go on YouTube, it's like 3 views, and I'm like, yo, are they here? This person, you know, and like you said, rollout strategy, man. Sometimes that's not even sometimes that is more important than the music. So you know, we gotta figure that out.
A part of the rollout strategy, the album rollout, I think is the part that we kind of forget about is your friends, your immediate family, not even immediate, your family, your friends, people you've grown up with, people who know you, know how hard you've been working, know your growth, know where you've come from. and also know how that you're freaking talented as hell. Like those people need to be, when you go to social media, post about Tolento Jones' album. You know what I'm saying? Like support is free, is what I'm saying. So even though we might look at that like it's something small, something slight, man, those things mean a lot in up and coming artists' careers for the people who know them in their own city. Embrace them, show them love, lift them up out of the city. You hear what I'm saying? Like if we got to get him hot here first. So let's get him hot here first because he's hot. He waiting for us to catch on, people. So y'all tap into Tolento Jones. New release called Sweet Love, man. Sweet Love. Man, that joint go hard, man. Y'all tapping everything else too.
On everything, on every platform. I probably got like 4 songs. I got 4 songs on all platforms right now, and I put out an EP last year. It's My Summer with You. That should be on there too.
My Summer with You, yeah.
Yeah, so
that's off too though. I was looking for we'll talk about that later on. But man, whatever's up right now, tapping to all platforms. They up and going. Look out for Tolento's Everything Is a Drug deluxe version. He's blessing us with the deluxe, people. If y'all tap into that, look out for it sometime before the fall. It's time for the quick 6, people. So Tolento, I'm going to ask you 6 quick questions.
All right,
6 quick questions, and just give me 6 quick answers.
All right, let's do it. Do I have like a 3-second?
I tried. I haven't timed people before, but I probably should. So let's just say you got 10 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that. Right, yeah. They won't be too hard, but just things I think that are good for people to know. Hey, do you believe in aliens and UFOs?
Yeah, definitely. We probably an alien to somebody.
Huh, man. Now, if you could have a superpower, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
What's that word? Teleportation.
Teleportation. Oh, you said from not think. You're saying actually go from one place, like disappear and show up somewhere else. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Hell yeah, man. I'd never be late for nothing.
You snap your fingers and end up inside the bank vault.
Hey, I'd never be late for nothing.
Make my way out this joint. I know that's right. What is the quality that you like most in a woman?
Oh man, so many. I would say honesty.
Honesty. You hear that, ladies? Honesty. Just be honest, ladies. And you can have a shot at Tolento Jones, man. Just be honest. All right, now, if you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say?
Racism is stupid. Like literally, like why?
Why? There goes that why again. Always ask yourself why, people. Always ask yourself why, people. What song do you associate the most with your childhood?
My childhood, these are the making. Oh man, hey, that's a good question.
Take your time. I'll give you 10 more seconds.
All right,
10 more seconds. 15 more seconds.
Oh God, man. All I could really think about is at your best, you are loved, Ozzy Brothers.
Ooh, good one, man. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just about what I just heard that all the time, all the time. Yeah, so yeah.
At your best, you are loved, people. Always know that at your purest, because that's your best. When you're at your purest, man, your purest form, you are nothing but love. Tap into that. Tap into that. Yep. Now, what have you learned from your children or from your child? I don't know if you have more than one, but from your child or children. What have you learned about life, I should say, from them?
I would say that you always have to constantly try to get better, even if you mess up, even if you whatever, you should always just try to put your best foot forward, because like, you got somebody looking at you, man. Somebody is out here just looking at you in every moment, and they will copy you, whether good or bad. So, just try to do better every day.
Step up, man. Step it up. Yeah. Be better every single day, man. Solid answers, man. Beautiful answers. Let me give you another E-hug, man. E-hug. Appreciate you for being here, brother. Tell everybody your handles, where they can tap into you, book you for a show, or listen to your music.
Yeah, Tolento Jones. That's on Instagram, on Facebook, all that. To just type in Tolento Jones to go on every platform to see me. Yeah, any business inquiries, my manager's right there. And, you can also just email me, TolentoJones@gmail.com. Yeah, man, I'm not hard to work with, and I'm just ready to make some good music. So, just holler at me. I got you.
Dope. Now, as always, we're going to end the show on a positive note, and I'm going to end it with a positive note that our brother Tolento Jones just touched on. Yeah. Sisters and brothers, at your best, you are love. So be love. Just be that. Be that. Let go of ego, let go of pride, let go of all this programming, and understand that you are love. Be that, man. Thanks again to Tolento Jones for being here with us today on True Culture. Stay up to date with True Culture on Human Nature TV at humanaturetv.com. That's HUEMAN naturetv.com. We appreciate y'all. And as always, the revolution may not be televised, but it will be broadcast. True Culture on Human Nature TV. Peace.